Main character is this woman named Kang Hyo-min. She's basically the perfect law student on paper. She graduated first in her class at Seoul National University Law School. She also won the National Law School mock trial competition. There's this courtroom scene where a prosecutor gives a speech about meritocracy. He says, meritocracy is an inherently fair system. One should succeed if they got into Seoul National University through skills and effort. This is universally accepted truth and is considered common sense. But then comes the crucial part. However, for meritocracy to be fair and just, there must be equal starting points. Without equal starting points, it's no longer merit-based but inherited elitism. This scene gave me chills because it's so relevant to our world today. We keep telling people that hard work is enough, but we ignore systemic advantages. So Hyo-min ends up getting hired by this law firm called Yulm. During the new hire introductions, the class differences are so obvious. Oh Sang-cheol literally says he lives in Cheongdam-dong, the fancy district. Ji Guk-hyen wants to rap his introduction because that's his hobby. But when it's Hyo-min's turn, she's completely different. She simply says she wants to learn and serve justice in Korea. The contrast shows you everything about these characters. Now the new lawyers have to choose which team they want to join. Each team head tries to recruit them with different benefits. The corporate team talks about prestige and working with top M&A deals. The antitrust team brags about high-performance bonuses. The financial team promotes excellent work-life balance. Then comes Yoon Suk-hoon for the litigation team. He's brutally honest about what working there means. Work-life balance is a luxury we can't afford. Your day starts in the morning and ends at dawn. Performance bonus? What could a first year know how to do? Everyone immediately decides they don't want litigation. But then Hyo-min steps forward and chooses litigation as her first choice. When asked why, she gives this beautiful explanation. Love comes in many different shades: romantic, parental, friendship. And that love hurts people sometimes. When that wound becomes too much, they consider legal action. I want to represent people like that. When asked if it's because it would be fun, she simply says yes. Now here comes one of the most emotional cases in the entire drama. Hyo-min and her colleague get assigned to this case involving a fertility clinic. There's this man named Park Ji-byum who went completely crazy. He broke into Hoseon Fertility Clinic and destroyed expensive medical equipment. At first, Park Ji-byum doesn't want to talk to lawyers at all. He says, "I'm sick of lawyers. They all told me I couldn't win. Then they charged me tons of money for consultation." But Hyo-min is different from other lawyers. She tells him, "I don't just fight within the rules of the ring. If the fight is stacked against you, you take it outside the ring." Slowly, Park Ji-byum starts to open up and tell his heartbreaking story. A year ago, he was diagnosed with testicular cancer right before his wedding. The doctor told him the surgery could save his life but would make him sterile. His fiancée at the time had suffered severe burns in an accident. Her face and body were completely disfigured from the burns. She had tried to break up with him and even attempted suicide. But Park Ji-byum refused to give up on her. The one thing that gave his wife hope was having a child. A child that would look like her before the accident. So before his surgery, they stored his sperm at Hoseon Fertility Clinic. The clinic claimed to be world's best with cutting-edge technology. But then, due to the hospital's negligence, his sperm was destroyed. The hospital's response was absolutely heartless. Even worse, hospital staff whispered cruel things about his wife. They said things like, "Having a baby with that face?" Hyo-min argues that the sperm had special value. Because of Park Ji-byum's cancer and his wife's condition, this was irreplaceable. The hospital knew about these special circumstances when they took the sperm. Finally, the hospital agrees to settle and pays Park Ji-byum 100 million won. Meanwhile, Hyo-min also gets assigned to this city gas company case. For her first assignment, she gets what seems like the easiest job. She has to attend a Gangdong City Gas shareholder meeting. She's literally just supposed to sit there and enjoy the air conditioning. But Hillmin being Hillmin, she actually pays attention to the materials. She notices something strange in the revenue reports. In one region called Onpyeong, revenue has been dropping for 7 years. But only in that specific area. She finds this weird because Onpyeong is a hot spring village. The biggest gas consumers there are bathhouses that operate 24/7. These bathhouses have been running the same way for 30 years. So why would revenue suddenly drop 7 years ago? Instead of just attending the meeting and going home, she investigates. For 2 days, she disappears to this village. She visits bathhouses, talks to owners, gathers data. Meanwhile, Yoon Suk-hoon is furious because she's gone without permission. He wants to fire her for unexcused absences. But when Hillmin finally returns, she has this incredible discovery. She found that someone had been illegally stealing gas for 7 years. They had manipulated the gas pipes at the saunas. Through her investigation, she calculated the stolen amount to be 1.3 billion won. When you include other regions, it's about 3.8 billion won total. Throughout these episodes, we see deeper character development. Hillmin's relationship with her boyfriend Han Song-chan becomes tense. He's planning to propose to her with this beautiful ring. But Hillmin keeps saying she has something important to tell him. This creates this sense of foreboding that something big is coming. We also learn more about Yoon Suk-hoon's character. Despite his cold exterior, he has this soft spot. Every Friday he leaves early to pick up his dog named Hash. We also find out about Hillmin's privileged family background. Her father is a chief judge and her mother is a law professor. This adds complexity to the meritocracy theme of the show. What I absolutely love about this show is how it handles complex social issues. The Park Ji-byeom case isn't just about legal technicalities. It's about love, sacrifice, and how society treats people who are different. The show doesn't give you easy answers about right and wrong. Hillmin wins these cases through careful investigation, not magic. Her success comes from actually caring about people and doing the work. The meritocracy critique runs through every storyline. Yes, Hillmin is talented, but she also comes from privilege. The show makes you question what fair competition really means. The characters feel like real people with complex motivations and flaws. Even the antagonists have understandable reasons for their actions. The way the show builds tension around her relationship is masterful. If you want a legal drama that actually makes you think, this is it. It's not just about winning cases, it's about what justice really means. Trust me, you'll be hooked from the first episode.